Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in, race fans, to the Darlington Raceway. They call it the Too Tough to Tame Speedway here in South Carolina. Tonight, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series is back in action here tonight, presented by Red Light Racing in the 3rd race of the season. We've been to the Daytona International Speedway, we stayed in Florida, we went to Homestead, Miami, and now we came a little bit north here to South Carolina, to Darlington tonight, to race the Xfinity machines. James Skelton and Jeffrey Souza have picked up the early season wins, so those two drivers coming into the night, they know their fate. Show up a couple more weeks, go into the playoffs, and have a chance to advance themselves for a chance for a championship. The rest of the field, well, it is going to be a crapshoot, because race fans, anything could happen at any point. And that's why we're here at one of the toughest tracks. It's like an egg. It's a 1.2 mile speedway. And tonight, we're going to see which one of these drivers can dance with the lady in black. So what do you say? Let's head trackside here tonight and get that starting a lineup, because it looks like this here tonight. Car number 86 out of South Carolina. That'll be James Skelton. He'll snag the pole here tonight. The driver back in P number 2. How about it? 2 weeks in a row. A great starting spot for Trent Potter. A little different look here tonight on Throwback Night at Darlington for car number 42. Max Terriot will roll from P number 3. Chris Hammett in car number 6 will roll from the 4th spot. Well, how about the driver that nobody likes? Well, or he sucks. He named a race after himself. Car number 9, that is William Kirk. Back in the 6th starting spot here tonight, car number 62, that'll be Ethan Troutman. Ryan O'Donnell, the driver out of Canton, Michigan, he'll start car number 98 into the 7th starting spot. How about Ken Allen, car number 81, he'll roll from 8. Bill Benedict III in car number 90 will roll from 9th, and Shanika Single will round out the top 10. Starting back into the 11th spot, his night last week got cut very short. It'll be car number 8 of Zach Mitchell. Eric Stout in the number 12 will start from the 12th position, and 13th will be Jason Wells. It's the Alien in car number 64. He'll start 13th. 14th onto the call. How about car number 2? That'll be Michael Trevarthen. Richard Murdoch will start there into the 15th spot, as the rest of the starting lineup here tonight is scrolling on your screen. Find where your favorite driver will start here tonight in the 90-lap feature event here at the Darlington Raceway. 31 drivers have made their way here tonight to South Carolina for a chance to win on Throwback Night here, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. We got to thank Bob and Rob and the whole Higgins group up there in Ayer, Massachusetts. Of course, being the title sponsor here on a Monday night, and actually all of our red light series. You see the drivers out there tonight, they all said, well, Bob's an old school racer. We're throwing the old school paints on here at the Darlington Raceway. You see them all out there. 31 cars strong. Looks like one driver not coming out of pit road here. We'll see if Bob Higgins is able to get connected back into the race lobby. 90 laps the distance here tonight for these drivers as you see them all out there. All the iconic stock cars. The paint schemes, the throwbacks, if you will. Let's go racing here tonight. 90 laps at Darlington. This track you're going to have to watch as you see them coming through turns 1 and 2. You can go too wide through 1 and through the center, but on the exit of turn 2, as you see one driver already bouncing it off the outside, retaining. Well, that was the number 12 of Eric Stout. There you see the Six Rings Racing entry. Eric Stout bouncing it off the turn 2 exit wall. Side by side just behind them, that'll be Michael Trevarthen, car number 2, that red machine, and the Alienware, number 64, of Jason Wells just below him. Track into 1, you really dive it down in there. Get the left side tires. Maybe if you're feeling even froggier, you can get the right side tires down on the apron. One driver back there just scraped up the outside wall. That was car number 38. That's the Feeney call of Brandon Feeney. There you see the driver out of Canada in the... Don't quote me, but I believe that was a Ford Motorcraft throwback paint scheme. Yes, it was. Ford Credit. That was a Dale Jarrett paint scheme. See a lot of those iconic paint schemes out there tonight. Just behind him, that is the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. Buckley's got a Haviland paint scheme on his number 13 here tonight. There you see a good-looking car there for Buckley. Iconic. A lot of drivers got to race that car here in NASCAR. Out front, though, there it is. 2 Mark Martin-style paint schemes. Out front here tonight. This time by will be 4 laps into the books. They've all been led by James Skelton, but he's got pressure. Here comes Potter. Potter out of turn 4, not going to have the momentum built up as he'll just tuck back in line for the time being. 4 laps out of the 90 here tonight in the books. See everybody get real close up against that outside wall. There's William Kirk in car number 9. He's got the Miller Genuine Draft here tonight. Made popular by Rusty Wallace. I can't tell you I'm going to get all these paint schemes right here tonight, but we will definitely try for you race fans. You're tuning in to watch the best paint schemes that we'll have all season on the big screen. There's the number 62. That is Ethan Troutman. Troutman's dropped 1 spot here on the opening laps. He's throwing it back to, well, I believe that's a Kevin Harvick paint scheme, if I'm not mistaken. The Holiday Inn entry. See them getting around William Kirk. Kirk going to lose 2 spots on that exchange as Ryan O'Donnell was able to get around, and now O'Donnell's going to put it up into the outside retaining wall. Ryan O'Donnell getting the old famous Darlington stripe here down in 3 and 4 that time. He'll get passed up. The 62 there of Troutman will pick that spot up from him. Let's go a little bit deeper into the field here tonight and see. One car up against the outside wall. That is A.J. Hamill. Hamill throwing it back there to the discount tire entry. I think just about every driver in the top series of NASCAR have driven the discount tire entry for Roger Penske, the captain. Fun fact about Roger Penske, his birthday is February 20th. Don't ask me what year he was born. The captain is quite old nowadays, but I can tell you, Roger and Roger share a birthday. That's right, Mr. Penske and myself here sharing February 20th as our birthday. See A.J. Hamilton going back on the attack here to the inside. The Brandon Feeney. Feeney got to misjudge the entry. Little slide job there by A.J. Hamill. Hamill will take the spot back from Brandon Feeney. Feeny got up into the outside wall. You're not going to make any time up against the boards there when you bang them off like that. There you see the 61, Dalton Williamson. He started back into the 25th position. He just got around Marco in car number 99, the Taco Bell Liv Moss entry. So all these drivers back here running 23rd, 24th, 25th, respectively on the timing and scoring right now. Everybody just trying to mind their P's and Q's. Back at the front of the field, there you see them as they all work down the back straight away here. It'll be 10 laps in the books when they come back around the stripe here tonight. Tonight is the third race of the season. We've been to the Daytona International Speedway on the opening night with the Generation 4 Cup car. Then we took the NASCAR Next Generation Cup cars to the Homestead Miami Speedway, and we saw one of the best races we've ever seen. 3-4 wide racing at Homestead with that machine. And now we're here, round number 3 here at the Darlington Raceway. It's the Xfinity cars. For the first time, we've seen them all season. Next week, we're going to head here from Darlington. We will head to the Iowa Speedway in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on August the 19th. So with just 10 laps in the books, these drivers already, their tire wear, they've fallen off 1 second since the drop of the green flag. The drivers you see out front here, Skelton Potter and Terriot, they have started there along with Chris Hammond, who's just hanging on there. The white number 6 entry, there you see him coming down the back straight away. All 4 of those drivers, they started 1, 2, 3, and 4. James Skelton has been able to lead every lap so far here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. How about Zach Mitchell back here? He's picked up 3 spots so far. He's one of 2 drivers who've picked up multiple spots since the drop of the green flag. He's got the Red Dog, number 8. Trying to think back to who drove the Red Dog number 8. I want to say it was Kenny Wallace, if I'm not mistaken. Hope there's some NASCAR historians out there tonight tuning in, fact-checking what I got. But I believe I have a little, what is that, a 1/64th die-cast of, that is Kenny Wallace. I see it on the top of that car now, so it was Kenny Wallace. I believe that was driven back in the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Just behind Mitchell, though, that is Michael Trevarthen. There you see him in the Detroit Gasket number 2. And how about Bill Benedict III? Bill came in this season as an unknown rookie with the series, and he's been able to show that he's had some speed. Hasn't quite had all the finishes that he deserved so far here this year, but he showed a lot of speed. He just got to put a full race together. Bill's lost 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. He's still running inside the top 10, holding off William Kirk right now in that Miller Genuine Draft entry. Car number 9 just sitting 1 spot outside the top 10. Kirk has dropped 6 spots since the drop of the green flag, and I don't see anything really beat up on car number 9. Just trying to nurse that one for the time being. There you see the Michigan Tech, number 45. Ben back here. And I don't think that's a throwback, but it's a good-looking hot rod out here nonetheless. I believe that was Victor Valls. That was Victor Valls in car number 53. Got up into the outside wall there. Good angle here. Let's see if Victor's able to put it up against the wall. A little kiss to the wall there for A.J. Hamill. Hamill, one of the drivers, as you see Victor up into the wall too. A.J., one of those drivers that came to us here on Monday night through the short track ranks on Thursday, as you see Dalton Williamson up against the wall, Luke Logan Allen up against the outside wall also. A.J., one of those drivers who, I said, came from the short track ranks, has a bunch of wins on Thursday nights, and then occasionally comes out here with the boys on the Monday nights, the big track series, and gives it a whirl. Told me he just gives it the old college try. So right now, A.J. Hamill trying to get, Victor into the outside wall. Both drivers trying to gather it up here. Both were pointed at the inside wall, outside wall. And they're able to hang on. Victor's going to lose a spot there. AJ going to hold on. Going to hold on to that 19th position. He's got another one of those short track ringers right behind him. That's the number 61 there for Dalton Williamson. This is not a favorite track for Dalton here tonight. He has picked up 5 spots from where he qualified, but... Uh-oh, look at the gaggle here. Gaggle of cars you're looking at are from 10th all the way back to, I believe, the 17th position. This is where the tires are really wearing out. We said back on lap number 10, these drivers already had lost a second. Looking at it, almost 2 seconds will fall off now at this point here tonight at Darlington. You see the sun going down, the beautiful skies out there. That's the 90 of Bill Benedict III going to the bottom there on Ethan Troutman. Usually you don't see the inside lane working that much here on late into the run. But that 90, the Lego Technics entry, making a move. A couple drivers coming to pit road here. Here comes the 53. That is Victor Valls coming to pit road. So car number 53 going to be the first one to bounce on the pit road here tonight. This is on lap number 21. Not sure if this is scheduled, but if it is close to that pit cycle window, all these drivers will be headed down to pit road here in just a couple of moments. That gaggle of cars back here looking like it has the 4. That is Jeffrey Souza down to the inside, and it's got Richard Murdoch right there. Murdoch to the outside. Here comes Eric Stout. Stout trying to work the bottom. So Murdoch working the outside just behind them. That's Tim Combs and then Ken Allen. Stout going to take that position away from Richard Murdoch for the time being. Just ahead of them, though, that's the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza and the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. 2 drivers that you see make deep playoff runs every year here. Jeffrey Souza is the defending champion here on a Monday night. I see part-time Eric Stout trying to squeeze up in front of the 2. Maybe not quite clear. Michael Trevarthen was into the outside wall there. Just getting that Darlington stripe on car number 2. So just a little stripe there. A little kiss of the fence line here tonight. I wish one thing that we could show you race fans is all the stripes that if we were here at Darlington, how many stripes would actually be on the wall, or if we had a real stripe count here. Because there's not a single car here tonight that will most likely not touch the outside wall. I'm telling you, everybody's going to do it. Maybe even the iRacing.com pace car at the end of this race might come out here and get up there. Look how close Skelton is. Skelton right now still continuing to lead this race. Max Terriot is there into second. That's Chris Hammett. Potter has fallen back to running into the 4th position. 25 laps officially in the books here tonight. I'm looking at it, and if it's by my math, from now till, well, lap number 30, 32, maybe the pit window here tonight. Couple drivers down on pit road. There you see the Ford Credit Batman entry. That is Brandon Feeney. He's down on pit road. Victor Valls is down on pit road. Dalton Williamson also there. There goes the Ford Credit Batman entry. Feeney will go back out onto the raceway to be 4 tires and Sunoco Racing Fuel for the number 38 of Feeney. I believe another driver will make his way to pit road. I believe that was the 97. That was a TJ Henson. There you see Henson down around the inside. He's got the Castrol Supra. Came big back in the 90s also. Throwback paint scheme. The Tom Supra. You can see TJ Henson's been into the outside wall a time or 2 here tonight. He'll bring it to his stall to be 4 tires and fuel for the driver of car number 97. Sean Single back here. Got the number 11 out here tonight. Not sure if that's a throwback of multiple cars or not. I'm not familiar with the, well, I want to say the 60s and 70s of stock car racing. A little bit before my time, I can tell you that. Says Andretti on the top there, but, well, like I said, a little bit before me. Ryan O'Donnell applying the pressure here. O'Donnell has started to fade late in this one. We did see him into the wall at one point. Now Ryan O'Donnell is on the outside of the top 10. See Brandon Feeney in car number 38. Remember, Feeney's been to pit road already. See how fast he is compared to the rest of the field. Let me take a look. He is about a second and a half faster on those newer tires right now than Richard Murdoch is. Chris Hammett coming to pit road. And now pit road getting full. Mitchell, Single, Hammett, Stout, O'Donnell, Combs, Trevarthen, Hamill. Everybody says now, if they do it on lap 30, lap 60, they can make it on 2 stops. Some of these drivers may try to do a 3-stop strategy, but you can make it here tonight on 2. Your race leader also coming to pit road. There you see the 59 leaving his stall, making his way back out onto the racing surface. That's Bruce Potter in car number 59. Tim Combs grabbing another bag of M&Ms, and he'll head back out. There's one of your race leaders, car number 18, Trent Potter. He's following the number 86 of James Skelton. Skelton already in his box. Oh, a mistake there by Potter. He'll overshoot his pit stall. He'll have to back up, and he did. There is the Flowertown Animal Hospital number 86 of James Skelton. Skelton with 4 tires, Sunoco race fuel, and a tear-off. He'll be back out onto the raceway. Who will be the driver that cycles back through? Here is the number 42 of Max Terrell. Do not adjust your screens, race fans. That is really the 42, and that is really the driver, Max Terrell. That's right. He's got a Ford Credit. It's red, white, and blue. It's not all black like you're used to. 4 tires for him, and he'll come back out. Looks like one driver getting popped on pit road. It's car number 90 of Bill Benedict III. He got hit with a pit road penalty here tonight. Only one driver has yet to come to pit road, and I say that, and then I look up, and he is the only driver on pit road. That is going to be Ethan Troutman. He is coming down right now in the Holiday Inn, number 62. He'll make his stop, and his stop. Uh-oh, too far. Now he gets it up into the air. Could be a costly mistake here for Ethan Troutman. There is your new race leader. His name, Chris Hammett. Chris Hammett out front here tonight. He pitted 1 lap before James Skelton, 2 laps before Max Terrell. And want to see what that looks like? There it is. That's the distance. Chris Hammond out front by 1.3 seconds over James Skelton. We talked about TJ Henson being one of the first drivers to come to pit road. He has finally brought the Tom Supra number 97 back out onto the speedway. Multiple laps down here for TJ Henson. 8 laps is what the deficit is now. Zach Mitchell in a side-by-side battle here. Mitchell stuck to the outside right behind car number 99. Marco trying to stay as the first car 1 lap down right now. He's got the same fresh tires as all these drivers. The 18 of Trent Potter, though, was not able to get around the 8 there. Zach Mitchell was stuck in a very bad situation where he was stuck behind the 99. He had Trent Potter to the inside, and Potter just not able to complete the pass. So Potter was trying to use that 99 as a pick, and it just didn't quite work out. Almost had it in a perfect spot. So as everybody starts to single file themselves out, let's take a quick look through the running order here. After our pit cycle, your race leader here is car number 6, Chris Hammett. He's picked up 3 spots. He got the race lead on the pit cycle, and he's been able to hold about a 1.5 to a 1.7 second gap, and then the battle back here. Here comes the storm from the north. Max Terriot trying to take the spot away. Contact! Contact for second. Around goes Max Terriot. The caution flag is going to come out. Max Terriot turned around, battling for the second spot there. So the first caution flag going to come out here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. We're going to have to go back, watch this one. There you see the 42 down to the inside, Skelton to the outside, and race fans, you know every iRacer hates to hear the term netcode. It's exactly what it looked like up off the corner. There's a good 2 foot between those 2 cars, and unfortunately it's going to spin that 42 in hard contact for Max Terriot. He takes the all-black livery off his machine and brings it out here tonight, and unfortunately, it's not going to finish the way he wants it. A hopeless feeling there for Max Terriot. As we bring you back live, every driver here tonight, as soon as they can put tires on, they will. They were just down pit road 10 laps ago, and here they all come once again. Chris Hammett leading the field down pit road. Everybody that was on the lead lap, all 17 cars are down on pit road. It'll be 4 tires and Sunoco race fuel for everybody. 2 tires, not really something that we're going to see here tonight. Maybe somebody a gamble there. You see the wounded number 42 coming to pit road. Max Terriot, a multiple-time champion here on a Monday night. Be the mad dash off of pit road. Who will win the battle? Spins the tires for the number 86. Skelton with a great stop, but going to lose out to the number 6 of Chris Hammett. It'll be Hammett, Wells, Skelton, Mitchell, Potter, Single, Kirk, Stout, Feeney, and Murdoch is how they all came out of pit road here tonight, and a good battle here off of pit road. We'll see how this all cycles through. It looks like the Michigan Tech, number 45, Ben, looking like he's going to bring down the Michigan Tech entry. So he'll come to pit road. He'll pit here. He's going to drag the number 40 of Rob Higgins along with him. Rob Higgins, the tech school teacher, in car number 40 there as he comes to pit road. I just saw some pictures of Rob just today floating around on the interwebs. And I can tell you, that man has one heck of a mustache, race fans. He wears that facial hair and that cowboy hat that he does all the time, and guy belongs in a movie. So as Chris Hammett continues to lead the way here, race fans, who do you think has the best car? Maybe we can get it to... There we go. Let's zoom it in. There's your race leader. That is Chris Hammett's car out there tonight. What do you say we take a look at second place? Jason Wells. He's got his alien machine. He says it's a throwback to my first ever race. Hey, we'll believe it. The Flowertown Animal Hospital, number 86, James Skelton got an old Mark Martin throwback paint scheme here tonight. And we talked about the Kenny Wallace, Red Dog number 8. Trent Potter also throwing it back to Mark Martin in his Valvoline days. Good-looking, iconic paint scheme. The Andretti, number 11 here for Sean Single. William Kirk got the Rusty Wallace Miller Genuine Draft entry. And Eric Stout, he's keeping it simple with a Six Rings Racing entry. The Detroit Gasket, number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. And how about Richard Murdoch? He's throwing it back to himself. The Adventure in Pixels claws up 0-1. Yeah, I haven't seen a Bobby Labonte paint scheme out there tonight. I figured with us coming here to the Darlington Raceway as we get them double back up, I figured I was going to see a Kurt Busch Rubbermaid car and a Ricky Craven Tide ride. Unfortunately, none of them out here tonight. I got the Tide ride over there on the die-cast block up on the mantle here. It's just an iconic race. That car, this race. Every once in a while, I'll go back and watch that. Well, race fans, we're ready to go. 4 fresh tires on the entire field here. Looking at it. Jeffrey Souza came back down pit road. He'll top off the number 4 machine as we're coming back into the green flag restart zone. Not a good start for the 64 of Wells. Spun the tires up there. The outside lane is never the place to restart here at Darlington. So Wells will drop a spot to James Skelton as everybody chases Chris Hammett. Uh-oh. Hammett coming to pit road. Not sure what that's about. Chris Hammett's going to pull her right down onto pit road. From the race lead to pit road, we'll have to see if we get confirmation on what happened to the number 6 there. Out front now will be James Skelton, but Skelton has not been able to pull away. Look at William Kirk. He'll pull out a line back there for the 6th position. Try to get that 5th spot away from Shanika Single. So as they continue to run side by side, right, slides up into the corner. Kirk got up into the corner, made the contact with the 11 of Sean Single. Single bounced it off the outside wall, and he's going to lose a bunch of spots. Now Single back to running in 8th, 9th, and more contact. The 12 of Stout had to get up, and then there was contact with Michael Trevarthen. That'll put Single back to running 9th. He was running 5th, now he's running 9th. Let's see if he can continue to rebound. Back out onto the speedway. Here is the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Hammett spent 30 seconds in his pit stall. A penalty for Chris Hammett will put him behind the 8 ball, that is for sure. One of the drivers that thought he had a good shot here tonight is now going to be 2 laps down to the race leaders as he had to serve that penalty under green flag racing. And why does he go 2 laps down? Well, he spent 30 seconds in his box. These drivers are making lap times here tonight on fresh tires at 29.7 seconds. From pit in to pit out for Chris Hammett, it was 1 minute and 7 seconds. A very long pit road here tonight at Darlington. Stout under attack now by that number 2. That is Michael Trevarthen. The driver out of Florida will look to the bottom side here in the corner. He'll slide right up in front of the number 12. Pack the air on the nose of that number 12, and you can see it dance around Eric Stout's front end. As soon as Michael Trevarthen was able to clear and get right up in front of him, the air flowing over that number 2, hitting the nose of the number 12. Got it loose. Then it got it tight, and he had to chase it. Car we haven't talked about too much here tonight. There you see Ken Allen, car number 81. He's got a half and half paint scheme out here tonight. I believe he's got Fireball Roberts on the right-hand side. Not sure who's on the left-hand side of that car. Probably one of the most unique schemes we have seen. That's the 6 right behind him of Chris Hammett. Still 2 laps down here, just trying to make up some time now. Joshua Buckley in car number 13 is the only driver that is still down on pit road, as we are over halfway home in this one tonight. Out front here tonight at Darlington, James Skelton, followed by Wells and Trent Potter. Potter and Skelton have spent most of their night inside the top 3 here. Will they be able to finish this? Halfway home. Tim Combs in car number 17 under attack still here by Ken Allen. Tim Combs, the amateur golfer. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of golfing in the golf tournament at work, and I can tell you, race fans, I played the absolute worst round of golf in a 4-man scramble that you can. I can tell you, I did not hit a single fairway for the first time in my life playing golf. I think I found 1 green in 18 holes. And I have to get out there to Ohio with Tim Combs and see if he can straighten out my golf stroke. A driver that should play a lot of golf because he's down in South Carolina, it's Richard Murdoch. He's picked up 10 spots here tonight. Murdoch running up into the 5th position. 10 spots gained for South Carolina's Richard Murdoch. He's got the claws up, Adventure in Pixels entry. It's looking pretty good here tonight. Well, I can tell you it was a good thing it was a scramble, but our team still finished dead last. Another driver that I just noticed down on pit road, race fans, if you are an Eric Stout fan, he is on pit road in car number 12. He'll join Joshua Buckley right now. A couple drivers out of this one, Victor Valls, A.J. Hamill, and Dalton Williamson. They have called it a night here from Darlington. 4-car breakaway, Skelton, Wells, Potter, and Kurt so far. Then you have this group of cars down here. Murdoch, Mitchell, Trevarthen, and Single all running nose to tail. Sousa's picked up a couple spots since we went back. Green Flag Racing here, 4 spots plus for the car number 4. Looking to pick up another one. Allen to the outside, the Sousa Media number 4 of Jeffrey Sousa. I don't know, James. I'm looking at it. He definitely filled out the thing, and it says, he actually says pro, but we won't say he's a pro. Pro golfer, that is, for that 17 machine. Uh-oh, contact! The 2 of Michael Trevarthen was just into the outside wall out of turn 4. Sean Single had to check up, and so did that number 6 there, Chris Hammett. Everybody was able to keep going. You see the damage done now, though, to that number 2 there of Michael Trevarthen. That's because the 11 had nowhere to go. Shanika Single going to look to the bottom again here, this time through 3 and 4. Let's see who's going to win the drag race down the front straightaway. Sean really going to try, and oh, they're going to come together. More contact. The 11 and the 2 trying to, oh boy, it's going to get tight off 2. They are just swapping the virtual paint back and forth. Sean Single tried to clear up in front of that number 2, but Michael Trevarthen kept his right foot in it. They made contact. See Sean trying to side draft the number 2. He'll try it again down here in the corner. A little more contact that time, and look at everybody behind them. Everybody else had to check up too. So you can see the 11 of Single just a little bit faster right now than that number 2 entry. It's one thing to be faster than him. It's a whole nother ball game to try and get around one of these drivers out here, especially here at Darlington. One of the hardest tracks to make a pass here. A lot of drivers saying you don't race the drivers around you, you race the track. You make the drivers around you make the mistakes and you drive on through. There's a mistake. Single down to the inside now. Couple drivers coming to pit road. The 99 has been to pit road. The 90 currently down there also. The pit window is open. We've seen these drivers want to go about 30 laps at most on a lot of their tires. Last time we saw drivers come down pit road was lap number 40 under the caution flag. Roger, that was just 20 laps ago. Yes. But with 30 laps left in the race now, less than that, you can make it the rest of the way on fuel. See the 11 now. He's going to clear up in front of the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. As he does that, we'll take a look a little bit farther back into the field here. That is the 62 of Ethan Troutman still trying to work his way through. He was running towards the front before the caution came out on that pit cycle. Didn't get a full run to try and gain the positions back. He's one of the last drivers that came to pit road under that first green flag pit cycle. Not sure if something has gone wrong for Michael Trevarthen, but he continues to lose spots here and time to the race leader. He was battling with Sean Single there for that 7th position. Now he has fallen all the way back to 8th, 9th, 10th, and continuing to shed positions. The alien coming to pit road. Ethan Troutman coming to pit road. They figure at this point they can make it the rest of the way. Ryan Aldani will come to pit road. The Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry looks a little beat up on the right-hand side as he pulls it down to pit road. Race leaders racing to pit road. James Skelton and Trent Potter were racing to be the first 2 drivers to pit road. Potter follows the 86 of James Skelton, so your 2 race leaders, with just 25 laps to go, will make their final trip here under the green flag. Brought a lot of other race leaders with them. Souza, Combs, all coming down. William Kirk is now the new race leader here tonight at Darlington. When will the Miller Genuine Draft number 9, though, of William Kirk come down? Murdoch and Single now coming nose to tail down the front straightaway on pit road. There you see the Adventure in Pixel 01 of Murdoch. He'll slide right in there to pit road. The youngster Luke Logan Allen now also making his way with Yankello, the driver out of Pennsylvania. Been a very quiet night for Luke Logan Allen and Anthony Yankello. Yankello running back in 22nd right now on the scoring in the midst of this green flag pit cycle. So with William Kirk out front here tonight at Darlington, it'll be just 22 laps remaining, and he has yet to pit. Looking at it right now, your top 5 drivers have not pitted yet. So Kirk, Mitchell, Allen, the BC 45, and Feeney. TJ Henson is a lap down right now, actually multiple laps down. 9 to be exact in the Tom's Castrol Supra. Oh, contact. And how about that? There goes the 18. There goes the 86. James Skelton, everybody just trying to bob and weave. They're on the new tires. And they are making some lap time right now. 29.7 for James Skelton to your race leader, William Kirk. 21.5 last time by. Show you the difference there on that. That is it's a big swing there. So James Skelton trying to get everything he can. Right now he is a lap down. He would hate to see the caution flag flying right now. I know who would love to see it would be William Kirk, because Kirk is still continuing to lead this one with 20 to go. He'll see 19 to go when he comes back around the line. The 45 coming to pit road. Ben going to bring down his Michigan Tech entry. There it is. He'll come to a complete stop in his pit box. It'll be 4 tires and racing fuel for the 45. So with just 4 drivers left on the lead lap. Where is the driver that will cycle through to be the race leader? There is the Flowertown Animal Hospital number 86 of James Skelton. Skelton picked up a win back at Daytona on a last lap craziness race at the Daytona International Speedway. So with James Skelton leading the way, look at the car that's just behind him. To the outside, there's the number 18. That is Trent Potter. Potter is not letting James Skelton get away. Is tonight the night that Potter has it in that car? Can he pull off a win? Or is James Skelton going to pick up his second win of the season? Or is it somebody we're not talking about, like maybe the Alien? Not far behind. Wells is right there. Zach Mitchell has finally come to pit road. Some of the drivers that are a lap down, Chris Hammett, Ben Higgins, Bruce Potter, they're all on pit road. Zach Mitchell is there also. Not sure if there's a big penalty for the 45, the Michigan Tech number 45. Ben is still sitting down here in his pit stall. There you see him. Driver's still in the car, but it is not moving. He's got the Boosted Boys, the Freedom Factory, and good old Cleater on the side of that car. Race leader now with 17 to go will come to pit road. That'll be William Kirk. It'll be his final stop of the evening. 3-stop strategy because of when the caution flag flew here tonight. Gotta hand things over to that man. And I meant Batman. That is the Ford credit. Number 38 of Brandon Feeney. It looks like now he will come to pit road, so we'll turn it over to the battle right here. Riding on board with what will be the race leader of James Skelton. So with 15 laps to go, Skelton back to the point here tonight at Darlington. So it'll be Skelton, Potter, Wells, Combs, and then Murdoch. That's the top 5 drivers here with just 15 laps to go. Sean Single, Jeffrey Souza, Ethan Troutman, Zach Mitchell, and the double B entry of Bill Benedict. There you see him as he is 3 wide down the back straightaway. Not a battle for position. That was with TJ Henson and the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Back to the front. Trent Potter is giving Skelton everything he can handle here tonight. One slip up by these drivers, though, and that will bring Jason Wells right back into the fold. He's sitting 1 second behind the battle for the race lead, and it'll be 13 laps to go here tonight. Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, scrambling it up throughout the season and always putting on one heck of a show. The car and the track combinations are always on point here with the series. They have so much background, or so many background races that they can look back on and say, well, what worked last time and what should we do this time? Is there any reason to go ahead and switch things up? Well, next week we're going to switch it up. We're going to go drive a truck. We're going to put the tailgaters back out onto the track. We'll be at Iowa for the 2-set single, 125, before we head to Max and Tony's Collision Center 30 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. And how about the Swoosh 90 at New Hampshire on September the 9th? That's the next 3 races coming up for the series on a Monday night. The Thursday night series, of course, back in action with all your short track racing action on Thursday nights right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, where you can find all the coverage for red light racing. Trevarthen, oh, hang on to it. Bill Benedict was running in the 10th position and then unfortunately got the wall, got it loose, and had the Lego Technic entry missing a couple bricks now because Michael Trevarthen will take 10th. Bill will fall back to running into the 11th spot. Looking for this battle here, Marco in car number 99, and that's the 4 of Jeffrey Souza. It's not a battle for position on the speedway. Marco going to give way to the stand analyzer number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. I heard Souza's one of those late night Taco Bell drivers, so I'm sure maybe after the race tonight here, he might head to Taco Bell. That's the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Remember, he had that pit road penalty. He's rallied back to being scored into the 19th position. He's still 2 laps down currently to the race leader. Just behind him, that is Luke Logan Allen. And for the rookie here tonight, the youngest driver in the field, Luke with under 10 laps to go, he's just 1 lap down, running in the 17th position. The car may look a little worse for wear, but hey, the best part about the iRacing.com platform is he doesn't have to pay to fix it. And he can sit right in his dad's man cave and race here at Darlington. 7 laps to go. Trent Potter has started to fade. Trent Potter now back a little over a half a second. I believe the youngster of car number 60 is just 12 years old on the series. I could be wrong. Ken driving in car 81. That would be the Papa Bear, if you will. Papa Bear is running 12th and looking for the 11th spot as he's all over the Lego Technics entry. So I'm sure if we're wrong, Ken will fill us in on that one. Ken joined us last year on our short track side of things and now joining us here on Monday night too. Potter's pulled it back a little bit, but this time by it was just 5 laps to go. The hi, how are you from the flag stand, so 5 more times around the speedway here. So it's Skelton, Potter, and Wells all within 3 seconds of each other. Just out of that frame there, you saw Ryan O'Donnell in car number 98. O'Donnell back there into there he is, the 14th position. He's dropped 7 spots since the drop of the green flag. Zach Mitchell being worked over by the number 4 of Souza. Mitchell going to try and pack some air on the nose of that number 4. 4 to go. It'll be 3 to go next time by for James Skelton here tonight. He'll lead the most laps here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. So Skelton was able to pick up the win in the season opener at Daytona. James Skelton sits 3rd overall in most wins with the series, 33. So if he could pick up his 34th win here tonight at the Darlington Raceway, that would be 34 wins in 234 starts. So Skelton looking to come back around here and pick up the white flag. Half a lap away from that one. He just wants to see the white flag. If he sees the white flag, the next flag would end tonight's race. That's what he wants to see. This time out of 4, he'll look up. The white flag is flying. It'll be one more time around, presented by the Feeney Call. It's the Feeney Call. 1 lap to go at Darlington. Skelton has opened it up even more now. Almost a full second deficit as he works down the back straightaway for the final time. Little kiss to the outside wall for Trent Potter. James Skelton looking to pick up his 34th career win. And tonight, he will do it as he comes out of turn 4. Win number 34. Win number 2 of the season, though, for James Skelton. Battle here for the 5th position. Who will have it? Will it be Single? Will it be Murdoch off the final turn? John Single going to beat Richard Murdoch back to the line. So it'll be Skelton across the line first. Trent Potter, Jason Wells, Tim Combs, Sean Single, Murdoch, Zach Mitchell, Jeffrey Souza, Michael Trevarthen, and Ken Allen will round out the top 10. There's the driver of the Flowertown Animal Hospital entry, picking up his 2nd win of the season. He'll come back around here and he will let the virtual smoke fly from the rear tires. There you see that Mark Martin throwback here tonight. He'll pick up the win, he'll lead the most laps, and he started from the pole here tonight. So as James does his celebratory, donuts, we're going to take a quick break here from Darlington. We'll be back with your post-race show brought to us by our friends over at the Shiny Things podcast. What's on their mind this week? Tune in to the Shiny Things podcast on all, what do you call that? Podcast hosting? Yeah, there it is. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. You can even find them over at Spotify. That's the Shiny Things podcast, their post-race show coming up right after this.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Darlington Raceway. Race fans, after 90 hard-nosed racing laps here around one of the toughest places to race, we have a winner here in regulation tonight. No overtime needed. 1 caution flag here. What do you say we head trackside here tonight for our Shiny Things podcast post-race show with the top 3 finishers tonight. Looks like we have 2 of them here for the time being. The 64 going through technical inspection here tonight for the Alien. Let's kick things off for the driver that will go to victory lane for what is the 2nd time this season, 34th time overall in his career. James, a great run with a great throwback out there. How did you keep Mark Martin's throwback out of the wall?
Yeah, Roger, that was a really good race. Pretty clean. I scraped the wall for the first time with about 2 or 3 laps to go in the middle between 1 and 2, and gave it about 4/10 to Trent. He was making me nervous. He on his first run, his tires kind of went away, and I kind of gapped him. And then he just got better as the race went on. He didn't fall off nearly as much. So I think he did a little bit better job of getting through the lap traffic. So overall, glad to get the throwback scheme for Mark Martin, the Valvoline, to victory lane, and we'll go on to next week.
And I gotta ask, is it something about Mark Martin here tonight? Because you whip out a Mark Martin scheme, and Trent Potter whips out a Mark Martin scheme, you finish 1 and 2.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that's I'll take it then. I was going more so just the paint scheme. I just like the way it looks. Honestly, I'm not a huge Mark Martin fan, and I think Souza did an awesome job with the paint, getting it as accurate as possible with Flowertown Animal Hospital and Carolina Elite Real Estate on the hood tonight.
Well, 2nd win of the season here now. What do you think when we head to Iowa for the 2-cent single entry? Are you gonna take on that event like your 2-cent single?
No, I tried to race that one. No, Sean's done great, but maybe a little cleaner sometimes. I don't know. But, yeah, Iowa's a pretty good track to me. I don't even know what car are we in, Roger?
It looks like we're putting the tailgaters back out there onto the speedway.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, Iowa's usually pretty good to me. I despise Richmond, so I'll take Iowa any day. They're pretty similar, but Iowa's been interesting the past few times. Sometimes we're on the bottom, sometimes we're on the top. So we'll put some practice in this week and see what happens.
So let's roll the red carpet out here once again for you. James, get you out on the walk and hand you the microphone. Who do you got to thank back home?
Yeah, first off, I got to thank you, Roger, for everything you do. Josh for putting this league together. We got a great group of guys. I think we had a little over 30 cars tonight, only one costing at Darlington. Give a big shout out to Trent. He had a great car tonight. So did Jason. I feel awful with the Max deal. Max told me it was net code, and then Josh told me it was net code by like a foot. So I think he probably had the car to beat. So it really stinks that we got together. I want to thank all the fans. I think I had a buddy Zach watching tonight. So if he did, thank you. My teammate Richard, he had a really good finish, 6th place, and all of our sponsors. And we'll see everybody next week.
There you have it. The driver of car number 86 here tonight, picking up his 2nd win of the season, picking up his 34th career win with the series overall. James Skelton goes to victory lane tonight, but the man with the other Mark Martin paint scheme out there, Trent, a good-looking hot rod, and a very fast car for you.
Yeah, thank you. I was not too sure anybody else would have the Mark Martin, and I think I heard there was a few at least, and at least James looks a lot different than mine, but it was a pretty good day. Like he said, the first run I kind of burnt the tires up, and then just steadily got better. I could hang with him, but about 10 to 15 laps left, I'd fall off.
Coming in here this season, this is our 3rd race of the year. You've already qualified inside the top 5 twice. What is it this season with this program that's got this 18 qualifying as fast as it has?
Just putting in a little bit more time. A lot of times I don't get to. Fortunate enough to be able to now. That's helped out a lot, and just working on craft.
You talk about craft. This is a very tricky track here. We started out 3 different style tracks. Daytona, Homestead, Darlington. They're all different. The next 2 races aren't going to get any easier. We head to Iowa and then Watkins Glen. What do you think about the next 2 tracks coming up?
Pretty confident in Watkins Glen. Iowa, not so much. Kind of with James, I despise Richmond, and Iowa's very similar, so it's never been too good to me.
Well, we hope you do good out there, Trent. We hope you keep that momentum rolling What do you say we hand to the microphone? Who's on the quarter panels normally of this number 18 that makes it, 1, look good, and 2, go so fast?
Yeah, I'd like to just thank everybody that puts this league on, all the admins, and for you broadcasting it. And I kind of just have a mixed bag of everything on the car, so.
Well, it's a mixed bag for Trent Potter. He'll finish P number 2 here tonight. There's only 2 drivers that finished exactly where they started here tonight. It's the 86 of James Skelton. He qualified on the pole. Leads the most laps. He'll pick up the W. Trent Potter started second. Was hot to trot right there on the heels of the 86, waiting for James Skelton to make a mistake. He'll finish P number 2. The driver that will finish in P3 here tonight, that is the number 64 of Jason Wells, the alien. They're tearing the car down because they heard, 1, he's an alien, and 2, he looks like right like the logo on the hood of that car. So, with that being said, we won't get to talk to the alien here tonight. He'll pick up 10 spots, though. That is Jason Wells, finishing P number 3. A great race nonetheless here from the Darlington Raceway. With Darlington being in the books, that means we are going to head to the next track on the schedule. The next track, that is Iowa. The 2-cent single 125 with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series machines out onto the speedway before we head to what is going to be a great race. The Next Generation Cup car comes back out on August the 26th, and that is for the Max and Tony's Collision Center, 30 at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. So those are the next 2 races up here in August, and race fans, if they're anything like Darlington, you're going to want to see them. You can catch all the racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Monday, every Thursday, when all the stars and all the cars come back out onto the raceway. But for everybody at the Feeney Call, everybody at the Shiny Things podcast, everybody with Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everyone at Red Light Racing, along with all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show from the Darlington Raceway. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.